feet are freezing. I think I got diabetes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sup? Here we go. Good week last week for me. Bamboozled over there. Colts Lions. Are the Colts for real, y'all?
Are the Lions gonna?
I feel like
good
the Lions, Bears, and Eagles will be on their wild card chase by the end of the year. For some reason, I have the feeling the Lions will be good.
They're 3-3.
Should be 4-3.
4-2.
4-2. It's week 8. 4-2. Swift's coming into his own. Galladay's prime as usual. Stafford looks as good as he always should.
Yeah.
The defense isn't looking as bad. Clearly, they held the Falcons, which is a high-power offense. Something Carolina should have been able to do and couldn't do last night, which fucked me pretty hard. I don't know. Lions home. They're getting 3. I think it'll be a close game.
I kind of like the Lions +3.
So do I. With the points. I don't think they'll win straight up. I think it'll be, like I said, close.
I don't think Colts are as good as their record shows.
Yeah. I think it could be like a 17-16 game.
Yeah.
A couple field goals, maybe touchdowns.
Lions held the Falcons' their offense in check pretty much.
Paris Campbell back. Pittman Jr.'s back, I think. No, Paris Campbell's done for the year, right?
I'm not sure about Paris.
It's Pittman Jr., I believe, is back. If Pittman Jr.'s back, that kind of helps, but you haven't seen like T.Y. get active. You haven't seen too many guys over in Indy get active.
Oh.
Maybe Jonathan Taylor, that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe a tight end here and there, but Phillip Rivers, if he's down, they're going to be unloading. I don't know about the over on this one. 51 is kind of high because we just saw the Lions struggle against the Falcons and the Falcons struggle against the Lions.
Yep.
Clearly people were taking the Colts.
Yeah.
-2.5. So it's kind of a trap week in general, I feel like. And now, I don't know. This game's weird to me. It's a trap game. People are taking the under because it went down a point. I like the under myself. I also like the Colts or the Lions +3 for some reason. I don't like this game at all.
Yeah, I would do Lions +3 as well.
Vikings, Packers. They were at -7. People were taking the Vikings, knowing this is a big division game. It's Packers, Vikings, always an interesting one. The over's 50.5. It's gone down, or it's gone up, then down. So people are they're probably buying points around 51, maybe making it like 49, 50.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that over, and I like the Packers on the line.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That point is scary to me, but I definitely like that over.
It's nice that they're less than a touchdown.
Yeah.
And an extra point.
Is Crosby playing, though? Isn't he out?
Not that I heard of.
Maybe it was something else. I'm taking Packers on the line, and I'm taking that over if I'm taking anything between this game. I got a parlay with the Packers in general, with the Chiefs, and who is that? I forget who else. We'll come back to that, but that's what my pick is between them.
I like the Packers -6.5 for sure.
Patriots, Bills. This is a trap game. The Patriots do not look good. The Bills did not look good against the Jets. It's in Buffalo. It's a big rivalry game. Cam Newton could turn that on at any time.
He knows he needs to pick it up.
Yeah.
But again, they're out without Julian Edelman and now N'Keal Harry. So
who's going to catch the ball? They're going to have to run with Rex Burkhead and put him out and James White.
Yeah.
That's key to their win.
Demir Bird and what's the other guy's name? Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers, yeah.
Receivers.
I got a few of his rookies cards. So if he has a big game, list him up this Sunday. Don't list him up Monday. I just would take Bills.
I'd probably take the over.
41. If Cam's got to come back and snap, Josh Allen's going to keep up with him, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
That Patriots defense is kind of depleting themselves. I think the whole locker room's kind of lost right now. I think that there's no reason why the Bills can't put up 20 points on them. And if Cam's going to come back and try and snap and get back to scam Newton for week 1.
Yeah.
He's got to start running the ball too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice over 41, I think. It depends on the weather. It's snowing right now in Boston. So I don't know what the New York is going to be.
Could have snowed there already.
I would wait on the line to see what the weather's going to be like that day and key injuries as well. I would take the Bills probably on the line. I'm not too comfortable with them getting, -4. Clearly people are. I mean, the Bills are home, but I could see it being like a 16-14 game.
Yeah, I mean,
that's under, but
the Bills don't look as good as they did in the beginning of the year.
Right. And I'm not saying like 16-14 and I'm favoring that under. Like I said, I like the over. I'm just saying it's going to be a close game in that aspect where it could be 23-21.
Right.
A field goal wins it.
Mm-hmm.
Titans, Bengals. Bengals them. I mean, you could theoretically take them on the line at like $5 and have a nice little win there, something cheap.
I like the over in this one.
If you just want to take the Bengals. But the Titans are probably going to come. I mean, they went at -4. People just hammered them. It's a touchdown now.
Yeah. I still like the over, and I might even take Bengals plus the points.
Yeah, plus in Cincy, yeah, you never know what's going to happen out there. You saw what happened with the Browns. I mean, they keep up with teams.
Yeah,
they have no problem
defense
keeping up.
Isn't as good as they should be, for sure.
Yeah, T. Higgins looking prime form, like we've been saying, and AJ Green is
figuring it out,
trying to figure it out. You got
Boyd's a beast.
I don't know if Mixon's playing, but Giovanni Bernard has been probably the best handcuff in fantasy football for the past 5 years.
Yeah, but Mixon hasn't missed a lot of games in the last 5 years. Except
he plays like 8 games a year, maybe.
No, 18 games a year because they make the playoffs all the time, right?
But I mean, you could literally throw him in your lineup every week, even with Mixon, and he's good for 10+, especially if you're playing PPR because he's getting the dump offs.
Yeah, I don't know about 10+. Maybe in a full point PPR, but I used to have him in the Dynasty League, and
yeah, well,
we had to get rid of him because
the full pointer is what I'm used to.
Over.
Yeah, Mixon probably isn't playing again. I think he's out a couple weeks, honestly. So, actually, not honestly, but people are taking that under. So 51.5's nice and juicy, but I feel like the Titans are going to throw up 30 or more on them, to be honest. And I just might take them with the points, the Bengals, because like we said, they can throw. I mean, Joe Burrow's throwing 400 yards a game right now. He's throwing 1-2 touchdowns. He's running for a touchdown. He's trying everything he can do. The defense is really bad. Derrick Henry's I would look for Derrick Henry prop bets on this because he's probably going to have one of those big 2 touchdown, 150-yard fucking games.
Yeah.
He's looking to bounce back. Raiders, Browns. Over. I took the over on this one. It was 48.5 my line. I think I bought it down to 48, just a half point. Didn't change too much on the line. The Browns are weirdly figuring it out, but the Ravens, I feel like, are going to win this game.
Raiders.
Yeah. Ravens, I'm sorry. Yeah, Raiders. I think Carr, against the Bucks.
And you're getting 2.5 points.
Yeah. The Bucks, they didn't figure it out for a little, and then Tom Brady started going off second half, and the defense just started taking over the Raiders. But the Raiders could still put up those points. Henry Ruggs could have a big game. Josh Jacobs had a subpar game last week. The Cleveland defense, yeah, you got Garrett and a few other guys out there you're worried about, but it's nothing like the Bucs. The Bucs have been stacking for years. They've been a top defense for a little bit here. Just no offense click. Not going to touch that bet. I probably should. Jets, Chiefs. What's your take on the Browns and Raiders?
I like over as well as Raiders plus 2.5.
Clearly,
I might even do Raiders money line. Plus 120. Put 20 on it. Win 30 or 25. Yeah,
I'm liking mostly that over. They had no problem putting points up with the Bucs, and they had a lot of problems. Baker and them. Yeah, they lost Odell, but really, is he catching a touchdown a game? Is he catching for more than 100 yards?
And now he might Higgins going and Peoples-Jones and
yeah, exactly. So, is Chubb coming back this week? Is he activated this week?
I don't know.
Kareem Hunt, he can run right through the Raiders defense, no problem as well, and the dump offs. I like that over. I like the Raiders plus with the points or on the line, honestly. Chiefs Jets, there's not one person out there going to say that the Chiefs are going to lose this game. You have to shoot me in the head if I said that.
No, but I don't know if they're going to
19 and a half
points. Yeah.
Look for what we did last week. Total points for the Chiefs was 26 and a half. I hammered it. It was snowing. The ball was loose. The over in the game was 42.
This over is only 49, but I don't think the Jets will score a point.
I don't either. If the Jets score a point, it's a fluke. Maybe Sam Darnold gets someone gets behind the defense with 1 minute left in the game and they get a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would take the Chiefs minus 19 and a half, but it's a lot of points in the NFL.
The problem is what happens last week when you're relying on Patrick Mahomes to come in there and get you points. He struggled for a little bit throwing the ball and getting out of the pocket because it was wet.
Mm-hmm.
They had Haney in. If you need to win by 20, they can't be up 28-0, and then they're going to pull Mahomes because they're like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
and then
finals 28-10, and you lose.
That's a ballsy move. I took them on the parlay with the Raiders, Browns over, and then I took the Packers on the line. Something like that. Maybe you could take the Bills, throw them in with the Chiefs, and throw,
or look at a Chiefs first half money line or first half minus maybe 10.
Yeah, your way of going in this is prop bets, team bets, and live bets. That's how I would go in this game. The line's way too big. If you got $10,000 to throw on them, good for you. Go fuck yourself. I don't.
Still not going to win much.
Yeah, I mean, what, 2,000?
Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah.
That one's just
Rams Dolphins. Tua's first game.
Yeah.
I could see Tua do it pretty well. It depends on how that line's going to hold up the defense.
Rams,
I mean, they just
Rams
destroyed
in
the
a
Bears.
completely different time zone too.
Yeah.
Almost there it is, 3 hour difference.
3 hours. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. Keep an eye on that with the hurricanes going on. The under's 47. People are clearly taking that under, probably based on the weather. Because
and how the Rams defense looked against the Bears.
Yeah.
But
the Dolphins defense is honestly no joke.
That's good.
It's
Brian Flores knows what he's doing there with that defense.
Yeah. We'll see what Tua do. Honestly, I don't even think I really touched this game. I just kind of want to see how it plays out the first week. I think that's what Vegas is doing right now, too. If Fitzpatrick was in there, it'd probably be an over of 50.
Yeah.
Knowing that
the line would probably be like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But they don't know what Tua can do.
Maybe you take the Dolphins. I mean, if he struggles, do you take him out and put Fitz back in? He's your ride or die now, right?
I mean, at least you got to give him the game. Can't take him out at halftime unless you're getting killed like 30-0. But I don't think that's going to happen.
We've seen the Dolphins pull off some shockers at home the past few years against big teams like Patriots and company and just weirdly win games. I'm taking Dolphins plus points, I think, and I'm taking the over. Depending on the weather, I'm taking that over. If it's raining, I'm not taking that over. They're going to be on the ground a lot. Gaskin doesn't look bad, but I don't know. It's really going to affect the defense coming in to the backfield as well. It's going to be sleek. These guys are going to be falling all over the place. It's going to be a slop game if that weather is terrible. There might be even a delay for all we know. Steelers Ravens. I know I'm crazy for taking the Dolphins with the points, but 4.5 or 4 points is pretty comfortable. And the Rams have to kind of figure it out, like you said, go in a whole different time zone.
Yeah, and Dolphins they look like a different team the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Steelers Ravens. Everyone's raving about this game. This is literally the same game we just saw with the Titans, I feel like. Lamar has stepped back. They are figuring him out. He's not throwing the ball as much as he should be. His guys are not getting open, knowing that if they just cover them tightly.
See, I feel like they've been kind of doing that because they don't really need it aired out right now.
I guess, yeah, they're winning games, so what does it matter, right?
They're not playing teams like the Steelers now. Where
this is going to be – I like the over.
I like the Steelers plus 4.
Yeah, I kind of do. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be 27-24, and I kind of like that over.
I think the Ravens could win the game, but I think like it'll come down to a last-second field goal.
Chargers versus
Broncos. Chargers minus 3.5.
This is another weird game. I don't know what the over
In
is.
Denver, another game that could be snowing again.
Is there even
Herbert ever play in snow? Does he even know what snow looks like?
Oregon? Gets shitty out there.
I
Not
guess.
snowy
Yeah.
or not too crazy, but
Right.
I'm looking at the what the over is. I thought it was like 51.5.
I'm sure it's high because Chargers put up 40 last week.
Is it going to be snowing in Denver? Look at the weather on this guy. This one's another weird one. Look at for prop bets. Look for first half. I would say like first half over. If it's, I could pull it up right now just because the sheet got cut off.
I would take Herbert over
300 yards.
Definitely over like 280, which I think it'll be at. Seems like that's not the Mendoza line for a quarterback. Over unders is 280, 275.
44.5 is the over. I could see it happening.
I could too.
I could see.
Broncos defense isn't. I mean, they're without Von Miller. They're at home, but
yeah, that Mile High is kind of scary though.
Chargers offense looks good.
Man, there's not a lot of.
Melvin Gordon, playing against his old team. He's gonna want.
Is he playing?
Melvin Gordon? Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought he left last game.
No.
No, he just fumbled, right?
Not even he fumbled. He had like 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay. I like the over for sure.
I do as well.
And I kind of like the Broncos plus 3.5 because Drew Lock has to get it going. Like they've already said, we might consider drafting another quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not panning out. Given he's injured, he's kind of in that. Not saying he's not, or he's.
And he missed all those games, which
I'm not saying that
by
Mitch
now-
is better. I'm just saying Mitch struggled with a separated shoulder last year a lot of the weeks.
Yeah.
And that set him back mentally. Maybe Drew Lock is stronger mentally and smarter of a player, but maybe he's physically not there still. And he played a slop game last week. So they're going to try and bounce back at home. I kind of like that over. If it's snowing, I'm hammering the over. Like, again, it's another slop game. Anything can happen. People are going to be missing tackles. Like kickoffs and
Byron
stuff.
Pringle is going to be taking one to the house.
Exactly. Saints Bears.
Oh, dear.
Can we not talk about this? Yeah, I mean, you got to bet with your mind, and you know the Bears are. I mean, they're home. People are taking them +4, but I just.
If anything, I like the over.
I don't know. 43. Bears can't even put up 10 points.
They can put up 10. The
defense can put up 10.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
7. We get one field goal out of Santos first quarter.
I don't want to touch this game.
Saints don't have Thomas though. I don't know. Maybe me saying the over was dumb, but
I mean,
I just like seeing
low
unders like or low over unders like that.
Yeah, so do I. And the Saints will put up points. I mean,
Yeah.
they've shown they don't need Thomas every week. They have Kamara and
Bears defense
Traquan
at
Smith.
home though. I don't know. They might be flying around.
Garbage game, in my opinion. I'm not even trying to bet on the Bears. I won't even take this game. I usually will because I'm a Bears fan. I took them against Tampa because I firmly believe they were going to beat Tampa.
Not trying to be double pissed
Yeah.
this Sunday.
If I'm being honest, I'm probably taking Saints on the line. I'm not taking a -4.5. I could see the Saints just winning. I
Yeah,
could see the
yeah.
over. If you could get the over down to like 41, buy it down. It looks like people are taking the under. It's dropped half a point, so you're probably not going to lose too much on that line.
2.5 points.
It's at 43, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Started at
you're right,
45,
45.5. So with it being -110 at 43, I could probably, if you buy it down to like 40, you're probably doing -160, 180 around that range. So
Yeah.
I would probably just buy it down to 40. The Saints are going to put points on the board. The Bears defense might put points on the board for us. If Nagy hands it over and we actually got some play calling this week, you might see a new.
No, he's not handing it over. So
I mean, he said he's open to it. I don't know. He said the time's not right. When is the time right? When you're fucking on the couch watching the Bears game because you're no longer a coach, or figure it out, guys.
That's right when they're 8-3 or
8-8.
3-8.
49ers Seahawks over. I don't know about. I see the Seahawks winning.
I think the Seahawks figure it out. Not figure it out. Obviously, they haven't figured it out, but I think they bounce back.
You got a handful of injuries.
After losing to the Cardinals.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Seahawks. They're going to be going up against a better 49ers team because everybody's starting to come back and get healthy. The defense, you got like 4 or 5 guys coming back on defense now this week for 49ers. So if you got them at a lower end, good for you. The over is probably going to happen. I mean, you saw Tyler. I mean, the Seahawks, they're always going to put up like 24 or more points.
Oh, yeah.
And San Fran's, they don't have to worry about any time zone, like all that crazy changing. They're comfortable. This is a big rivalry. It's always a blowout. If you look at the statistics, there's always high number of games between these two teams. That's why that is at 54. I'm probably taking it at 54, probably taking the Seahawks on the line. I don't see
or -3
on the money line. I don't see them
-3.
I don't see them being.
Them boys hungry after last week's
I
loss.
think the same thing. I like the 49ers to win, maybe, but I just don't see Russ doing what he did last week, and that's not acceptable in Seattle right now. So,
well, yeah, he's not going to throw any picks this week.
No,
unless Richard Sherman gets him, try and guard me like sorry-ass Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, well, hey, hopefully you return it for a pick 6, and we just get that over. So, Cowboys Eagles. This is probably the worst game of the world, except for the next game, which is the Bucs and the Giants.
I take Cowboys plus 10.5.
I kind of do too.
Putting my faith in Ben DiNucci, and the Eagles
Zeke.
aren't good.
No, and I think Zeke can have. He's got to bounce back. I think he has 2 touchdowns this week.
Well, that's a ton of points for a division matchup. I don't care who's quarterbacking the Cowboys.
Yeah,
it's not like the Eagles are 4-2-1, 2-4,
right,
and 1,
and they tied the Bengals.
Yeah,
so
which Bengals are looking better now. But what was that? Week 1 they tied.
Week 1 or no 2? Was it? Yeah, week 1 or 2, whatever.
The Bengals were not really looking good.
Not that they look great, but they actually now got an offense.
They're
just
competing. They just can't close out. Yeah.
Cowboys Eagles over's 43. I mean, if the Cowboys can't put points up on the board, the Eagles defense will for them, because the Eagles defense somehow or another can make it happen.
They can.
But all you got to do is let Zeke get going a little bit. That they're going to play a simple game. The Eagles know that.
Over though. I touched the over last week in the Cowboys-Redskins game at 45, and it wasn't even close. I'm taking Cowboys plus 10.5.
Cowboys plus 10.5. All right. Bucs Giants. I gotta shave this itchy ass face.
Bucs minus
Bucs Giants
12.5. It's gotta be. They just beat the brakes off the Raiders.
I already took them in a parlay on the line just because I knew it's got to be a lock. People hammered it apparently because it went up 2 points, then it went down 0.5, then it went back up. Now it's up to 13.
Yep.
They're going to win 42-10.
Well, then that hits the over, Danny.
Bucs are going to destroy them. But for some reason, Vegas thinks it's not going to be that big of a blowout.
Maybe Eli comes out of the
retirement and takes him out.
Takes out Brady one more time.
And then he goes back, hangs him up. I think they get like Sterling Shepard back. They're going to have a full roster on the Giants, except for Saquon, as we know. They also lost Freeman, I think, right? He's like done for the next couple of weeks already. So they got Wayne Gallman and Deion Lewis. Maybe Deion Lewis revenge against Tom Brady. Giants are going to get smoked. I'm taking minus 12.5.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that, though, for the fucking Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, dude, what are you doing?
Minus 10.
8?
8 what? Points?
They won by 8.
They won by 5. Wasn't it 15
18 to 10?
Oh, 18?
They had it, but they kicked a field goal on 4th and 1, and they needed 1 yard to get 1st and goal, and they ended up kicking a field goal because the Jets shut them down somehow.
Yeah, all day.
So this one's the bounce back, guys. So if you lost the Bills game last week, I'm taking this one, and you lose. Sorry, but that's Monday night. So
Sunday night. Oh no, yeah, you're right. I got confused because the last game on this slate has already happened.
That's Monday night.
But I would take the Falcons in the next
one. Monday Night Football, that's going to be it for me. I think that the -12.5 is a lock. You better lock it in now because I think it's going to go up. It's going to be at 14 points.
Tommy B on Monday Night Football.
Bang them.
Yeah.
Lock it up. See you later.
Greasy's going to be going nuts.
He's going to be talking more shit, trying to get people divided. Later.